2022 was a year for the books. From YB calling out the industry to dropping 7 tapes this year at the time of this recording, to us starting the year by pushing P and ending it pushing Please, with YSL's Rico case, to Lil Baby validating that he is who he says he is with It's Only Me. The babies fall off and No Cap and YB falling out, Lil TJ being shot multiple times, to us losing Trouble, Jada Young and PNB Rock, and Takeoff among others, RIP. As we end 2022 and into the new year, I wanted to make this video to give my thoughts and predictions for what 2023 will look like for hip hop. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more hip hop related content like reaction videos. And if you guys even rock with this video, we can do more videos like this. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now, of course, you got to kick it off with NBA Youngboy, man. Now, this is going to be a brief prediction as I feel like we all kind of see this coming. Now, look, NBA Youngboy is going into 2023 with a wave of momentum, and I predict that next year will be what 2022 was for NBA Youngboy, just amplified. With this rumored album dropping in January, as well as Still Flexing, Still Stepping 2, and AI Youngboy 3 on top of all the other possible collab tapes, Youngboy's momentum is not going anywhere, and we're going to see Youngboy go on an incredible run in 2023, especially with the Stop the Violence movement. We're going to see a new side of Youngboy in 2023. Moving on to Kodak Black and Jackboy. I do think in 2023, Kodak and Jackboy will finally squash their beef. Now, Kodak and Jackboy haven't seen eye to eye all year, and they've exchanged a lot of personal words both on wax and on Instagram. Weeks ago, Jackboy was on Instagram playing Kodak Black's Why They Call You Kodak. Now, I know this could be a small thing in the grand scheme of things, but brothers fight and make up all the time. Will we see Sniper Gang back together with Jackboy and Yak? Probably not. But I do think they will be mutual and will let bygones be bygones, man. And speaking of brothers becoming mutual again, No Cap and Rollo Rodriguez will drop more music together in 2023. Now, Cap and Rollo came up together. They broke ground into the industry together, but the last 2 years look very cloudy on the possibility of us ever hearing No Cap and Rollo on the song together again, up until No Cap's drop, The Main Bird, in which we got Rollo Rodriguez and No Cap on the song together, that song being Tight End, which now opens the door to more collabs and a possible Rogerville tape in 2023. I'll be all for it. Now, no doubt about it, Lil Durk has definitely cemented itself as one of the biggest names in hip hop today. And I think 2023 will definitely be a dominating year for Lil Durk. Now, Durk had 2021 and a headlock and an uppercut, and gave us some quality drops in 2022 as well, with joints like Aha, Computer Murderers, and his very personal 7220 album. Lil Durk just came back after a small hiatus with Loyal Bros 2 and also signed Lil Zay Osama. I do expect Lil Durk to go on another run in 2023 with no breaks this time. I'm expecting he may just start it off with a Just Cause Y'all Waited 3. We might get a Sign of the Streets 4, as well as another big album drop from Lil Durk in 2023. Moving on to Gunna. Gunna had one of the rockiest years in 2022, from having Anthem of the Year to being arrested in the YSL Rico indictment to now taking a plea deal that has a lot of people questioning his loyalty to Young Thug and YSL. Now, one of the biggest questions in 2023 will be, will Gunna release music? If so, will he still have his credibility? Now, I do expect Gunna to release a project in 2023, and I do expect it to do pretty well. People will still listen to Gunna, maybe more now than any other time, just to hear what he got to say. But I do think Gunna's stock is low as far as his industry relationships. You look at Lil Baby, Meek Mill, no one really welcomed him home after he took that plea deal. And some people even retracted their posts on social media welcoming Gunna home. And speaking of Gunna, one of the biggest things we'll all have our eyes on heading into 2023 and throughout the year of 2023 will be the YSL Rico case. Now, I do believe the state of Georgia will drag this out as long as they can, And unfortunately, I think Young Thug may have to sit all 2023. Even through the 10th anniversary of the song that put Young Thug on the map, Stoner, which was released in 2013. Free Young Thug. Now, speaking of the state of Georgia, more specifically Atlanta, we got Lil Baby and 21 Savage. Now I'm gonna start off with Lil Baby. I feel, in my personal opinion, that he validated himself as one of them ones with It's Only Me. One of my favorite albums of the year, and although I feel like a lot of people slept on it, man, I think Lil Baby did his thing on that. I think some people just didn't appreciate that album as they did with My Turn, but nonetheless, I expect 2023 to be a big feature year for Lil Baby. Now, I'm not ruling out that big rumored 4PF project that's supposed to be dropping. I do think we might get that, but as far as a solo Lil Baby album in 2023, we might not, just based on the frequency that Lil Baby releases music. I don't think we won't get a solo project. I don't think we're getting a solo project from Lil Baby next year. But the reason I say we get a big feature run from Lil Baby is I feel like, Lil Baby's always supported and co-signed a lot of artists in the past, and I expect him to do the same thing throughout 2023. We may even see Lil Baby cross over into other genres of music and collab with other artists in the industry. Now, moving on to Slaughter Gang's General, 21 Savage. Now, 21 Savage is without a doubt one of the most respected rappers in the industry, with collabs and co-signs from the likes of Post Malone, J. Cole, Drake, and recently Nas. But it's been 2 years since we had a 21 Savage solo album and/or Metro collab album with the two. Now, I predict that we either get a Savage Mode 3, carrying Metro's success and momentum of Heroes and Villains into 2023, or maybe we get another I Am Greater Than I Was from 21 Savage. Either way, I expect 21 Savage to have one of the most impressive years out of everyone in the industry in 2023. And as we enter the new year, we're starting to get introduced to a lot of new talent. Lil Tyler is one of my personal favorite new artists right now, and his momentum is kicking off at the right time. Right on time, man. In my personal opinion, I think Lil Tyler is actually bringing a refreshing aspect to the industry with his sound. Now, I know these last 2 years have been very toxic and disrespectful all across the board in the industry, but maybe it's time to change the narrative, and I think Lil Tyler may be that change. Quando Rondo's career hasn't been the same since the events on November 6, 2020, and even though Quando is one of the most talented artists in the industry still cut him off and continue to cut him off. I expect 2023 nothing will really change for Quando. I think he'll continue to drop. He's actually going to be kicking off 2023 by dropping Still Doing Wrong, the album, which I'm personally looking forward to, man. So now from Savannah, Georgia to the Bronx, we got Lil TJ. I think in 2023, Lil TJ will submit himself as the king of New York. Now, I know this has been a highly controversial topic for decades in hip hop, but who runs New York? I feel like it will be Lil TJ. Now, after being shot multiple times in 2022 and surviving, Lil TJ made it known that nothing is stopping him. Now, if we learned anything from tragedy in hip hop in the past, oftentimes deaths as well as near-death experiences will boost someone's stock in the industry. I expect a Lil TJ album before the end of summer 2023, and that album will go absolutely crazy, and I think it's definitely gonna give Lil TJ the crown of New York. Now, in recent years, I've always felt like Polo G and G Herbo were hip-hop's MVPs. A lot of times that statement always led to a lot of debates and arguments, but hey, I do think we get the same quality of music from both going into next year. Although I believe we will get Polo G's best project yet in 2023, I'm stamping it right now. I think the project that Polo is working on right now will be his best work yet. Now, just based on Polo's recent freestyles and drops, I think he's taken all criticism and will apply it on his next project. I can't wait to hear it. Now, in this day and age, I think we can all agree that Drake and Future are definitely cemented themselves as rap's godfathers, hip-hop's godfathers, man. They the holy grail right now. Their legacy's already secured, and they have nothing else to prove. Now, 2023, their reign will continue. 2023 will make 10 years since Drake released his infamous Nothing Was the Same album, so I do expect we get a solo project from Drake. Now I know what you're saying. Why 2023 do we get a solo project from Drake? Well, think about it. By that time, it will have been 2 years since Certified Lover Boy, and Certified Lover Boy dropped 10 years after the infamous Take Care. So now if history has taught us anything and just how Drake's drops music, I think we gonna get another solo Drake project for the year 2023. Now moving on to Future. Now Future's free band gang empire is continuing to grow with recent signings, and I do not expect momentum to slow down at all for FBG heading into 2023. Future Hendrix still to go. Through all these predictions, one of the biggest questions that I cannot seem to answer for 2023 is, will DaBaby save his career? Now DaBaby has had a rough 2022, from shows being halfway sold out, not even halfway, 10% sold out, to buy one get one free Black Friday deals on tickets, to even being spotted handing out tickets and being rejected in public at the Cheesecake Factory. A lot of people counted this man out, and I'm not gonna lie, I got doubts myself on DaBaby, but this could be the lead to the biggest comeback in history. Will DaBaby rejuvenate his career and once again reach the top of the industry in 2023? Now y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions. These are all just my predictions on hip hop in 2023. Sound off down below, and if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me and subscribe for more hip hop related content. Thank you for watching MANIACITV, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out.